This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com.
Previously on TV Tuners.
Swanson's been underground for 24 hours.
Oh no, I ate all the spiders!
I'm heading into hyperspace.
If he keeps stacking them, who knows what could happen.
My god, we crash landed on Little St. James.
That's right. I've got my new vape. You ready to see some tricks?
And now, TV Tuners continues?
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and gas station pimp, Stairmaster.
Parker, I need you to get me more prostitutes that look like Spider-Man.
Yes, sir. Hold on, are you suggesting that Bill McDermott in
Yes,
the
he
show
looks like him.
J. Jonah Jameson?
He looks like him a little bit. He's got the haircut.
But we can
And a
agree he would
mustache.
be like a terrible J. Jonah Jameson in actuality.
Oh no. Yes, I would now want to see that movie.
And with us, as always, is our other co-host and
Gay black guy.
No, aspiring filmmaker Kieran.
Hey, what's going on? I'm ready to do whatever it takes to survive in this crazy town.
Are you ready to suck?
And
or fuck?
I'm ready to not suck. I'll do anything but gay stuff.
So you will fuck though.
Oh, absolutely. But if
no
there's-
questions asked.
Yeah, if there's any men involved though,
No money down.
not gonna happen.
Yeah,
buddy.
like Keo sees a man get involved and he goes, "Ugh."
Yeah, I'm like, I run.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, that's not me, man. You know, we're not in a progressive society
I'm
at
not
all
about
yet.
this life.
I'm not on board with that.
Yeah,
No,
we haven't progressed far enough as a society for me to even be cool with it.
Yeah,
I'm a big softie, in
there's
that my dick is soft.
There's going to be crossburnings in this show. We're not even close to being there yet. I'm out. No pressure on me here, societally.
Yeah, so you'll hear more about that later. Welcome to TV Tuners, where we're talking about the latest and greatest in television. We're the bad boys of podcasting.
Yes, the renegades.
Specifically the bad boys of Big Heads Media Podcast Network.
We're causing a lot of mischief. It's pretty great.
Yeah, they call us the mischief makers over there. When they see us roll up, they say, "Here they come again."
I'm in love with chaos. Every day I think about killing myself.
Is that really chaos?
It sounds like something a Joker would say.
It sounds like depression.
Yeah, well, the other day I made a Molotov cocktail, but I got confused. I thought it was like a drink.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you shouldn't drink that since there's gasoline in those typically.
Yeah, it
Do we need to pump your stomach?
I mean, maybe like it's already
Alright.
been a whole day, so is it really going to do any good at this point?
Yeah, you're already dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rest in peace, me, huh?
Yes.
It's crazy stuff, man. Out of this
Yes.
world.
All right.
He has a ghost like old Hollywood. I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah.
To bring
And
it
if you
back.
like what you're hearing so far, why not head on over to our Twitter page?
What?
We have tons of great content there. You can find us at TV Tuners on Twitter, or use the hashtag TV Tuners, and we'll give a glance at what you're saying. You can also subscribe. That'd be great.
No
Give us a
way.
subscribe and any of the podcatchers of your choice. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, and more.
No, Swanson, the listener is not ready for the sweet satisfaction of smashing the subscribe button. They can't handle it.
That's true. And before I forget, because I did forget to mention it last week, before we got into Tweet of the Week, we also have an email. If you have any quips, comments, questions, foresights, or otherwise, you can send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Kieran?
Swanson, you know I don't have any memory of that. That's like, you didn't mention it
Tell me
last
the
week.
email.
tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
I have no recollection of the email address.
That's right. And yeah, I guess it's time for the Tweet of the Week.
All right. So this week's Tweet of the Week, I exited out of it, comes from user SwagGF at Sublimated Faith.
Okay.
And she posts, "I don't think sleep is really necessary. I think that's a lie."
Well, when I don't sleep, I get really I feel like sleepy. I put my head down on the pillow and it feels really good. So
I personally have experienced a loss of energy and irritability when I don't get enough sleep.
But maybe that's part of the lie, you know? Maybe there's like a level beyond once you get past. That's the thing keeping you in the sleep trap.
No,
once you get beyond it, you find out like the true reality. You see past the matrix.
No, I stayed up for 48 hours before, and it was not good for me.
I've also stayed up for 48 hours.
Broke all my bones.
Yes. I think I've stayed up close to 48 hours before. It was pretty bad, yeah.
I also broke all my bones.
You broke all your bones?
Yes, we both broke all of our bones.
Oh, that's bad. You want to elaborate on how?
The weekend out, we
were just walking.
Strength left them.
We're just walking along, all sleep deprived, and just suddenly, the bones gave in. We fell to the ground. Everything shattered. It was horrible.
So yeah, I was like a little blob, man, of flesh. My bones were sticking out of me, and I was bleeding everywhere. And my friend was like, "Oh, sick, blood," and ran.
Dang.
You didn't break any bones when you stayed up that long, Swanson?
No, I just got really tired and slept for a day.
Well, Swanson has thicker bones than us.
It's genetically a fact, yeah.
Yes.
Swanson is a really powerful man.
What can I say? Anyway, what do you think about this tweet?
All those years living in the mountains has really served you well, Swanson.
Well, I think it makes you think.
I think that this tweet conveys some information beyond the being wrong about about sleep. I think sleep is a bad thing. I think that if we could transcend sleep, we would immediately do so.
Yes. Abolish sleep.
I think...
Hashtag.
Here's... Yeah.
No, that's the hashtag.
Oh. Yeah, I think if we get past sleep, we find immortality. That's my hot take.
All right, so I think we're unanimous here. We're going to tune in on this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a tune-in.
Congratulations. If you sleep, you die.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, sublated faith. A winner is you.
Oh, wait, no, that's not how the fuck is. Fuck. I thought I could do it, but I can't.
Well, SwagJape is going to get a coupon code for 0% off on a large pepperoni pizza.
Yes, at McDonald's.
Yeah, so just head down to the McDonald's, give them the code TV Tuners, and get 0% off on a pepperoni pizza. Congratulations.
You can also give them the code Dreamland, and they'll take care of you some other way.
Ooh.
Yeah, they'll take you down under. Oh, they'll go down under.
Yeah.
They'll stay in the same place.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. Anyway,
is that what you think?
That's what I refer to it as, yeah.
Interesting. We'll get into that later.
Anyway, what you guys watch this week? Anything interesting?
I watched Extraction starring... Which one's Thor? Chris Hemsworth?
Chris Hemsworth, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's the Netflix movie where everything is yellow?
Yeah, and he's doing John Wick shit.
Is it actually good?
The action's decent. The camera work is a little too try-hardy. And the plot is basically worthless. There's a shot
Now, this isn't...
That's a
Yeah.
shot where Thor takes out a guy, knocks a guy out by swinging another guy at him. That was
So
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
He's pretty strong then.
Yes. Also, there's a fake single take car chase that really doesn't work.
No, this movie was just written by the Russos. It was not directed.
I assume so. I don't think it
Okay.
was Russo directed.
You think the directing would have been like a little more stylish?
Maybe. I think the cars. Yeah. I think what
all
it.
right. Would you say
Also,
it's
I
a
saw-
tune in or a tune out?
Tune in. Also, I saw Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Wait, you said it's a tune in?
Yeah.
You said nothing good about it, and then you said tune in.
Yeah, but he's doing John Wick shit.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I
He
also
did say
saw,
something good. He said he hit a person with another person.
Yeah,
Okay,
also
well, that's
I
a
saw-
thing that happened, not a good statement about the program.
That sounds like a good statement.
Yeah, I don't know how you wouldn't hear that and go, "Damn, that sounds badass."
I could watch a clip. I could watch a clip of that on YouTube, and that would
Yeah, you probably could.
fill me in.
Anyways, I also saw Mortal Kombat Annihilation,
Ooh.
which is less a
Yikes.
movie and more like a fever dream.
Yeah? Not a good one?
Yeah, there's not really a plot. There's just fight scenes and like interstitial tissue that doesn't.
Hmm.
What's the death
Like,
count
we-
on there?
And the fight scenes aren't even that well shot. There's too many cuts.
I mean, how many
like-
fatalities?
Not as much as you'd like. I think I counted like maybe 2 guys get thrown into a pit of fire, a lady gets eaten by like a wall dragon, and Johnny Cage gets his neck snapped in the opening scene by Shao Kahn.
Dang.
Yeah. And Scorpion just shows up for like one fight scene and then runs off after kidnapping the female lead.
Sounds
Oh.
pretty wild.
Sounds like Scorpion to me.
Yeah, it's like, suckers! And this jump kicks into a portal. A bad CGI portal.
I wish I could do that,
Dang.
man.
Yeah, same actually. So would you say that's a tune in or a tune out?
Tune out!
Mortal Kombat!
Yeah. Can we make that our intro music? The Mortal Kombat theme?
We
If we-
definitely cannot.
I think we'd probably
don't-
get in trouble for that.
I don't think anyone will care.
I'm
Mortal
pretty.
Kombat is still like a franchise that's successful.
I'm
Yeah,
pre-
but I don't think anyone cares about the theme song anymore.
I'm pretty sure they just put it in the computer and said, "Computer, protect this," and the computer said, "Yes, master, I will protect your
Oh,
precious
we're gonna get
music."
drone striked.
Yeah, we're gonna get mortal drone striked.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
Politicality. Obama-ality.
Anything else you saw there?
No.
All right. I saw. Well, I've been watching it sort of, but I finally caught up on the rest of it. The Plot Against America,
Oh,
former episode of the show.
Former. Now redacted.
Yes. Yeah. You can go back and listen to our episode on that. Overall, it's a good show. It's definitely probably the weakest David Simon joint I've watched.
Did Hitler win?
But it's still a David Simon joint, so I think I would recommend it. But it's good. It's a slow burn, like most David Simon stuff.
But did Hitler win?
I don't know. They keep it vague in the book. Spoilers.
Yes. It just
In the
snaps
book,
back to his-
it snaps back. They make this one a little more vague, where they don't know the outcome of the election yet.
Oh,
it's a
Hitler's
little
running
more
for
on the-
president.
That's right.
Interesting.
They actually have a nice little ending scene where they show like people going to vote and stuff, and then also voter suppression going on.
Yep.
So they sort of intercut between a lot of like people burning like ballot boxes or like taking ballots and taking ballot boxes like away from sites.
Wait, is this in 1940? Is this for Lindenberg's re-election, or is it still 1940?
Spoilers: Lindenberg disappears. So
Oh.
like in
But
real
does he
life,
become president?
he becomes president, but then he disappears,
Okay.
and his vice president's like the Jews did it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's a good show. The last 2 episodes are extremely tense and exciting.
Oh, that sounds
especially
great.
the last one. For at least half of the last episode is like a lot of just good acting back to back.
So I guess it's a tune in, especially if you.
I
like
would tune in
news.
on it. Yes.
Tune ins
although I would
across
say
the
if
board,
you're
especially
yeah.
in on the Mortal Kombat show. Everything got to tune in.
Well, yeah, it's a real good week. There's a second thing that I could talk about, but I don't have enough for just. Well, I have enough, but I don't want to talk about both of them, so I want you guys to pick. I can share my thoughts on having watched with my girlfriend's family the series finale of God Friended Me.
Ooh.
Okay.
Or I can discuss having watched an episode of SpongeBob from 2006 where Patrick dresses as a woman.
So I'm assuming the season finale of God Friended Me involves the events of the Book of Revelations.
All right, so
No.
I guess we've chosen the thing we want to talk about already.
Oh, you want to talk about SpongeBob, huh? You little baby. You little bitch.
I can.
Whoa.
I'll sum up the SpongeBob one for Keo Rain. It was weird.
Okay. I think I saw you post on Twitter about that or something.
I think he talked to us about it.
Oh, you talked to us about it?
Yes. Because we're friends.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. He just said one thing about it, and I was like, oh, interesting thoughts Swanson had. And then I went to bed at 2 p.m.
I like laying in bed and thinking about the things Swanson has said to me, like, hey, cut it out. Keep it up. See what happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you do? Welcome to the watering hole. You here to wet your whistle? I'm here to wet
I do say
something else,
that a lot,
motherfucker.
Yeah,
classic.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about the actual events of the series finale of God Friended Me, other than the ending in which they don't reveal who God is.
Oh, you mean they don't reveal whether it's Jehovah or Allah?
They don't even reveal who's behind it. He goes... This is the most ridiculous part of this ending. They say that like he's finally found out where God is. So he's on this like Himalayan mountain, and he's climbing this Himalayan mountain.
Oh
no
my
mountain
God.
experience presumably, and he meets like a little like boy who's like, I will take you to them.
Wait.
And then
Are
the show
you
just
saying
ends.
that? Are you saying that God is just a man in this? It's just like a man with a computer?
No, it's just a little boy who says, I will take you to them. And then it just ends.
What, like it smash cuts to credits? Does the camera like pan away to the mountain?
Yes, the camera like sort of pans to the mountains from what I can remember.
Oh, that's lame. They should have gone like full on Genesis Evangelion. This made an entirely symbolic final episode if they were going to do that horse shit.
All right, so you you watched this with a group of people though.
Yes.
I watched it with my girlfriend and her family. Yes.
Yeah. What was that like?
None of them knew that it was the series finale. I was tangentially aware of it because, you know, I keep up with TV news because of this podcast.
It's your curse.
Yes.
And blessing.
So I was like, oh, is this the series finale? And it turns out, yeah, it was.
So, like, is this episode, like, consists of him, like, working his way up a la 24, trying to find God by getting his underlings? You know, like...
No, it feels like there's something going on with his sister, where his sister is like has cancer or something.
So he's
and,
gotta
like,
go to Tibet.
So he didn't put the Pope in a headlock and demand to know where God is.
No, the
Show me
Tibet
where
thing
he
is
is!
the Tibet thing is like a stinger at the end to like wrap it all up.
So
It's not like the episode.
So he didn't have to break through the Pope's fingers to get him to talk.
He didn't have to shoot any cardinals in the knees, or like the boys the Pope was sleeping with.
No, none of that.
That would be slightly anti-Christian, I think.
Well, it's anti-Catholic. I
That's
think
true.
since this is for Americans, it would probably be like a Protestant God.
Anyway, I would say tune out. All right, well, with that out of the way, I guess it's time for some news, huh?
Oh.
Yeah? You think so, buddy?
Oh, I think it's time for some news.
Okay,
So,
lay it on me.
as you guys may know, of course, the sports times are not happening.
What?
There's a whole pandemic going on, and it means that like sports aren't a thing. I recently, due to no fault of my own, had to witness Sports Center without sports going on currently, and they were just talking about Secretariat.
What?
How did that happen? Were you like?
I guess they're showing like movies now on like Friday nights because like they have nothing.
How did you end up
So
experiencing this though, Swanson? Were you like having sleep paralysis and the TV was on? You had to watch it.
No, the TV was on though, but I was doing something else, and I was like working, and the TV was on, so I was like not paying attention. I was half paying attention to it, and then they interviewed a guy who, not even a guy who trains Secretariat because he's probably dead. They just interviewed a guy who trains horses.
Wow.
And they were just like, so Secretariat, he was pretty good, huh? He was like, yeah, he was pretty good.
A horse mentor.
Yeah, the horse mentors like to say that the horses mentor them.
Was he like petting a horse as they interviewed him, or what?
No, he was just in his house.
Yeah, he had to distance himself from the horses so they wouldn't catch COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how Secretariat died. Actually, he got COVID-8
from the horse.
Can you name some famous race horses for me?
Scott the horse. Speedo.
Ooh, I remember that dude.
Mr. Trample.
He was fast.
God Horse.
Yeah.
Oh, God Horse. He was like the Mike Tyson of horses.
Yeah, everyone's favorite horse, of course. Everyone's favorite racing horse, of course, BoJack Horseman.
There's also Famine, Conquest.
I don't think the horses are named that. I think that's the guy riding them.
Don't even get me started on Pestilence.
Oh, the jockey.
Oh, we don't have to. We're very well acquainted with him right now. Hey.
Yeah, he's riding around all over the place right now.
Okay, yeah, I guess I mixed up the jockey and the horse. My mistake. What are the horses named, though?
The horses have names like Secretariat, American Pharaoh,
and Samantha.
Yeah. That the Horseman of the Apocalypse ride? A horse named Samantha?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow, that's hardcore.
That's actually the name of the War's horse.
Also, there's only one horse. Little known misconception. There's just 4 guys riding it because it's very big.
Dang.
Yeah, it's the God horse.
It's hardcore.
God Horse Samantha. Not to be confused with God Horse, the Mike Tyson of horses.
Yes.
Well, I learned a lot about horses today, and all bad information that makes me unhappy.
Well, here's some more bad information for you guys. It's been reported lately that NBC, which normally airs the Kentucky Derby, is making do without having to do that necessarily. The Derby, of course, is done, not happening. It's over with. No horses this year.
Sad.
So to make up for
horses.
Yeah, they got rid of all the horses. To make up for it, they are doing a virtual Derby, pitting some of the fastest winners from history against each other.
A virtual Derby.
Hold on, isn't this how Rocky 6 started?
Is it how Rocky 6 started?
Yeah, that one sports network.
He's betting on virtual horses?
I meant virtual boxing, but yes.
Oh.
All right, so is this like a animated program where they had like people plan out what's going to happen, or is it like a game, like a simulation of horses racing?
Yes. It's a computer simulation with really bad CGI, I assume.
Like reboot tier CGI?
I hope so. I'm thinking like 90s educational videos teaching you about the internet.
Ooh, yeah. It's not really said what the virtual part of this is, other than that these horses are obviously all retired or dead. So this virtual derby.
I want to see like a blue guy on the horse.
Why?
Like from Reboot, the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you want to see Bob on a horse?
Yeah.
Bob from Reboot.
Oh, let's see the horses be chased by like those viruses they had to fight.
Oh yeah, like a Megabyte is on a horse made of like data particles.
Yeah, that's Seabiscuit.
And I want to see the horses digivolve as well.
I don't think they
yeah. Well, that's how they digivolve. They digivolve into champions.
Yeah, they did. That's how they got in the computer, Keo.
Ooh. All right. Well, I'm tuning in on this, whatever the hell this program is.
The virtual derby is going to pit 12 Triple Crown winners from history against each other. Each other, of course, being races that use data algorithms and historical handicapping information about each horse in order to determine to what degree each of the participants will inevitably lose the Secretariat's ghost.
Now, I just thought of a really good idea, and hopefully you guys agree with me on this one, but here's my take. What if we got a jockey, but instead of having like a little man...
Uh-oh.
We got
little man.
We got a big man and put it on the horse. Think about that.
I think that would be very problematic for the horse.
Like here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, what if we took like the biggest, strongest horse and we put Big Show on the horse?
Oh no!
Imagine
what if we just made Big Show race a horse or fight one?
There's no way Big Show could be on a horse without murdering the horse.
No, that's what we get the biggest horse there is.
The god horse.
Yeah. We put big. Like, imagine how powerful that would be.
Yeah, Samantha.
We put him and the horse on the battlefield, and our enemies are toast.
Damn.
Like,
yeah, I mean that tracks.
What if we just built a horse with wheels?
What?
Secretariat's
a record-breaking horse, by the way.
Like currently holds all the records, or just broke the records back.
I'm no horse expert, so I'm preparing to be corrected. But I think he broke a lot of records. I don't know, horse girls.
I don't think any of the girls who listen to this pod like horses. I think they just lean to being women of color.
There's a horse. Horse people will find their way to this. They hear us talking about horses for I think like 10 minutes now. Anyway, yeah, virtual horses are coming, and it's probably not going to be as exciting as it might sound. Speaking of things that are also not happening, Charlie Brooker, the creator of computer anthology Black Mirror, recently was asked if that we could be expecting a return to the popular Netflix series, and he politely declined.
Yes, how can you do this in the era of cyber horses?
You know what? I'd watch a Black Mirror episode about cyber horses.
Like a guy's being like menaced by a horse on social media.
Or like it's just people like log in and race horses, and like instead of betting on horses, you're now racing that you'll win a horse race.
But then they decided to use it for sex instead of horse racing.
Okay,
yeah. With horses, yeah.
All right, now I'm picturing an episode of Black Mirror where, for some reason, the idea of working from home is being framed as a hypothetical that Black Mirror is exploring.
Instead of working from home, it's working from horse.
You're on a horse and you're just doing your job.
Or maybe like an episode where the Chinese hacked the American internet and a horse is now made president because of their hack.
Oh. President Horse. Secretariat, the president. Presidariat. That's the name of the episode.
So it's not even a horse. It's a cyber horse as president.
No. It's a real horse. It's just been appointed by cyber warfare.
Yeah.
Sabotage.
And then like the whole country goes into a spiral when he injures himself and has to be taken out back.
Yeah, there's like a constitutional crisis about whether it's legal to euthanize the president or not.
Dang. Yeah, listen, Brooker might not want to do any Black Mirror, but we have some ideas for him when he does. Anyway,
for years.
Yeah. And the idea, in the interview, he said, I've been busy doing things. I don't...
Sure.
I don't know what I can say about what I'm doing and not doing. He responded, at the moment, I don't know what stomach there would be for stories about societies falling apart, so I'm not really working on that right now.
Yeah, Stair, I'm going to concur with you on this one. That's definitely what he's doing.
Yeah.
Haven't we all been during quarantine, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta make the days pass somehow.
Yeah, and we all call it being busy.
Yeah, if you've got any anecdotes about masturbation, share it with us at TVTuners on gmail.com.
Yeah, if you can cure this blight, Please let us know.
And, you might just end up on the podcast. So yeah, it looks like even the creator of Black Mirror admits that the world is just too depressing right now for more depressing computer stories.
Mm-hmm.
Or
stories.
Or strange computer stories that have bizarre resolutions and don't explore any themes.
Yeah.
That's a tune out on the world. That's a tune in on masturbation.
Oh. Yeah, that's a tune out on Black Mirror. Go listen to our episode on Black Mirror to find out why. Yeah. Actually, I tuned in on that episode, but my co-host didn't.
What a mistake you've made, Swanson.
Yeah, the rest of that season was not any better. All right, I have some good news for you guys, though.
Finally,
we talked about some virtual horses. Get ready for everyone's favorite virtual character, Baby Yoda. Would you describe him as virtual?
No! He's analog. He's felt.
He's a puppet. They wanted to make him a robot.
Yeah, but Warner Herzog was like, "You are cowards."
Warner Herzog went up to them and said, "This is acceptable to you?
You know nothing of film or storytelling. This is supposed to be a fairy tale.
The Baby Yoda cannot be real." Yeah, but now Werner Herzog is going to be saying that cereal eating is a very complicated profession. Because Baby Yoda has his own cereal.
Delicious, isn't it?
Feast upon the Baby Yoda.
Is this what the Empire was trying? Is this what the Empire was trying to do with Baby Yoda? Make him into tasty cereal?
Possibly.
For Gustavo Fring?
Specifically for Gustavo Fring?
Yeah.
Who's not related to the Star... Well, I guess he is related to the Star Wars franchise.
Okay,
Giancarlo Esposito is.
I'm seriously picturing, like, after Gus, like, accomplished like a really big goal, it shows a scene where he goes to savor a bowl of Baby Yoda cereal back at his house.
Yeah, smash cut to that guy.
Yeah. Did we ever tell Keo that Giancarlo Esposito was in The Mandalorian?
And he has a lightsaber.
Yeah, I've been informed, and I almost went to go watch The Mandalorian, but then,
you went to jerk off.
Yeah.
Correction, Stairmaster, cool. The Darksaber is not a lightsaber.
It is a lightsaber. It is a lightsaber. It was built by the first Mandalorian Jedi.
It's a Darksaber.
Yes, well, it's a lightsaber.
No, it's not.
It's Darksaber.
All right, Twitter poll.
Yeah, make this the Twitter poll for tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyway, so the Star Wars cereal will be sweetened corn puffs with marshmallow. Just like the Yoda.
It is a delicious artificial construct, like nothing in nature.
Are we gonna do a TV Tuner snack review?
We'll have Warner Herzog on to review snacks.
Yeah, delicious. They have truly found the perfect way to make a Star Wars breakfast.
I do not like how these Cheetos give way to my teeth so easily. It is unpleasant.
Alright, Kieran, I am going to hit you up with this Instagram link for this photo of the Baby Yoda cereal. And then I want you to describe the picture box for us.
You should not have a guy with a gun on your cereal box. I'm sorry.
Alright, so the first thing that actually catches my attention beyond Baby Yoda mournfully staring at me is that this is framed in a picture of like a desert landscape with a sunset.
Yeah, that is not breakfast appropriate.
Nothing better for eating cereal than the desert
at night.
And we have the Mandalorian kind of looming almost, like kind of lurching towards us.
If you don't eat this cereal, he's coming for you.
Yeah, he's heavily armed. Now, in the foreground here, we have this, fairly detailed, large bowl, like brimming bowl of cereal. Like, you would make a mess trying to eat this.
Yeah, these pieces are so big.
Yeah, and then we have Baby Yoda sitting here just kind of... He does not seem to be happy to have this cereal at all.
He's like, look what I have made for you.
Look at my bountiful feast of benign marshmallows and kicks like puffs.
It is a gift from the heavens.
I'm not sure what's happening here. Does he want me to eat this or not?
I think you're trying to steal it from him, and the Mandalorian's trying to stop you from stealing it.
Okay, but if that was the case, he'd be running towards me.
That's true, yeah. No, the Mandalorian doesn't really run when he has a clear line of sight.
Okay, well he'd have his weapon drawn.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe the Mandalorian's gonna have some.
Oh yeah, he's coming to have some. He doesn't want you to eat it all. It's not that he's worried you taking it. He's worried of you eating it all. He wants some of that cereal.
Okay, so
it was a 60-40 split.
Mando, I heard you got the new cereal.
So he wants the cereal and he's walking towards it, but it's not exactly urgent. He just needs to make sure he gets to the cereal before it's all gone. But what about Baby Yoda's expression here? Because he's not even making a cute face. He's making like a sad face.
Yeah, because he does smile on the show.
This is default Baby Yoda face, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I think they were going for the wise Baby Yoda look, so he couldn't be smiling.
Okay, but
too much.
Does having this glorious bowl of cereal suit a default expression?
No.
This is like putting like a T-pose on the front cover of your video game.
I mean, the Mandalorian is doing the Call of Duty walk.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's unfortunate, especially since we're supposed to be eating, and this is not a very eating pose. Yeah, I'm gonna tune out on this box.
Yeah, these cereal pieces don't even look like Baby Yoda all that much.
Yeah, they look like limes.
Also, the box doesn't say Baby Yoda anywhere on it. It just says the Mandalorian. So maybe, are these Baby Yoda, or is this a Mandalorian cereal?
I mean, he's front and center. There's no Mandalorian in there. These marshmallows are supposed to, I guess, look like Baby Yoda.
They did not try very hard on those at all.
They look like green blobs.
Yeah, and they're not even the right green.
No.
What? Why sunset?
Nothing prepares you for the harsh, cold winter, the harsh, cold night of the desert like a bowl of Mandalorian cereal.
The composition of this is just a mess all around. I didn't even get to the fact that there's like a ship landed also.
Yeah, it's kind of like drawing your eyes all over the place. There's no real orientation or anything.
Yeah.
And again, the Mandalorian just has a gun on the cereal box. Now, of course, this isn't the first time that there's been a gun on a cereal box. Who could forget the infamous Tricks or Die campaign?
What?
Or Remington O's.
Wait. Are you making that up?
Oh, do you remember Chex Quest for the PC?
Oh, I remember that, but Swanson, Tricks or Die. Was that a bit?
That's, as far as I know, that's a bit.
Okay.
The Tricks Rabbit has never wielded a gun and informed them that if he does not get his tricks, they will die.
Yeah, that's more of a Noid tactic.
Yeah.
Listen, I could picture an early 2000s ad campaign where where the Tricks Rabbit gets a little edgy. And
Tricks or Die!
And you know, they air the ad at like 9 p.m.
Yeah, they're trying to capture that Shadow the Hedgehog demographic.
Yeah.
Damn. We're gonna. I think that's a tentative tune out on the Baby Yoda cereal.
Yeah, does not look appealing at all. This is disgusting.
Despicable. You have defiled God's work.
Listen, after talking about this for so long, we're gonna have to eat it on the podcast, I think.
Oh!
Yeah, look forward to Snack Corner, where all three of us buy Baby Yoda cereal and eat it.
Well, if we do that, we have to have you on for the Mandalorian episode when it comes back. That we're obviously doing.
Oh yeah, we're obviously doing it again.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll only talk about the cereal throughout the episode.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, you'll have a big bowl of cereal to munch on while we're talking about the show.
Oh, that would be actually pretty pleasing on the ears, I think. Have you ever listened to that one Pink Floyd song that's sort of like about making breakfast? It's the last track on Adam Hart Mother. Oh, okay. Moving on.
Go ahead and give it a listen.
Yeah,
That's a tune in on that. Yeah.
That's a tune in on Adam
All right.
Hart Mother.
Well, that's it for the news. So let's head on over to a segment near and dear to our hearts. It's Guess Who's Coming? Hit the theme, Kyorain.
Mortal Kombat! Sub-Zero. Jax. Stryker. T-800.
Fox Network.
All right, Swanson. I'm ready.
Yes, that's right.
What's the segment about?
What was that?
What's the segment about? What's this?
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Guess Who's Coming. It's a monthly segment here on the podcast where I give you guys shows coming to network TV, to cable TV, network TV, and streaming, and you judge based off the title what the show is about. You give me a guess, and the winner gets a special box that's going to be mailed to them.
Hey, will Stair finally win this one?
Probably not.
Ooh. Hard to say. There's only one way to find out, and that's to play the game.
Okay, I'm ready.
So let's waste no time. This first one's from AMC, and it's called Quiz.
Okay, so this is a period drama set in the 50s where this guy realizes that the quiz game shows of the era are rigged and delves into the conspiracy, but soon he realizes he might have bit off more than he can chew.
Oh, wow. Man, I'm trying to think, like, AMC, what kind of energy does AMC have?
It might be a guy named Quiz.
Because I don't think my idea really fits AMC, but I'm going to say it anyway. There's like a Riddler-esque guy.
Oh yeah, I love this already.
All right.
Who is tormenting people, perhaps the protagonist, or perhaps he's the protagonist. I'm not sure which one.
Like a villain protagonist.
Yeah. And he torments people with a series of, quizzes, and I don't know, I guess they die if they fail? I don't know.
So Saw.
Yeah, it's kind of like Saw, but if the Riddler was Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Okay. In 2001, the Ingrams and an accomplice, who was sitting in the audience, were accused of cheating their way to millions of pounds on the show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yes!
The couple stood trial for conspiring by coughing during the recording to signify the correct answers. This show recounts that incident. This is such Okay, first off, this is a weird blurb to describe the show. It's
like just... This sounds like a made-for-TV movie. How is this a show?
Yeah, I don't... I mean, maybe it is. I didn't really look up the details of this, but, I'm pretty sure it's a TV show.
Maybe this is like a mini-series.
It's definitely a mini-series.
This is going to be this is going to be 5 seasons.
I'm going to be pissed if it's not. I'm so mad right now.
Why are you mad when you won?
Yeah, why are you mad?
Yeah, you're right. I'm not. I'm no longer angry. I'm putting my clothing back on.
I want to. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Did Stair win this one?
Yes, mine was about cheating in quiz shows.
Well,
I guess that's true.
Yeah, I mean, he was much closer than I was.
It's true. He got the time period wrong, but he did get most of the details sort of right. Yeah, Stair, you get the point.
I don't know why he decides to put time periods on them. That just makes it harder to get it right.
Specifically, there was a controversy in the 1950s about quiz shows being rigged.
80s.
Oh, really? No, I'm pretty sure it was from the 50s.
Oh. Well, there's also a guy in the 1970s who gypped some game show out of a ton of money.
No, I was talking about the game shows rigging it, not the contestants.
Oh, yeah. Alright, this next one's the only network show. It's from Fox. It's called Ultimate Tag.
Okay, so it's based off the Hannibal Buress feature Tag from 2018.
Uh-huh.
And they're expanding the roster of the tag game that they're playing. There's more delightful, funny new faces, and whoever loses the game of tag will die.
Oh, okay.
Ultimate Tag. So I'm guessing this is just like a fac. I was gonna. This is like a.
FAQ.
I was gonna say.
FAQ is dedicated to all the victims of 9/11.
I'm gonna. The words I mixed up were wacky and fun. I somehow mixed those up to fack.
Oh, facky.
Oh, that's our new slang. This is a facky show.
But yeah,
This show's facky.
It's a facky game show where people have to play tag with strange added rules, and the winner gets $1 million.
Interesting. Ooh. We both think that the show's going to be about the game tag.
Yeah. What else would it be? Other than a metaphor for being chased.
It is in the title. All right. Each week, competitors, who are everyday citizens, must vault, dodge, tumble, and dive over various epic three-dimensional moving courses, all for one simple goal: don't get caught.
Oh, I guess Keo wins.
Yeah. Is there $1 million prize?
There's a prize, and also there are people like chasing the contestants who are professional taggers, whatever the fuck that means.
They're part of the Epstein gang.
Oh, yeah, they're good
dark.
at tagging. Different kind of tagging, I think.
Do they say what the prize is?
touching.
How close is the prize to $1 million, Swanson? Or is it just a cash prize? Or is it just a prize?
They say cash prize.
So probably one.
Oh,
exactly
hold
$1
on.
million.
They will secure their place in the championship game and a chance at a huge cash prize. So it sounds like Keo won.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Keo. Congratulations.
All right,
Thank you.
It's a tied game, which bodes well for Stairmaster, because usually at this point, Stair is trailing.
Yes, by 0 to all.
Yes. All right, so this one comes from Netflix.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Not fans.
It's hard to guess Netflix is why we're upset.
And it's called Space Force.
Oh my god.
Okay. So this is going to be like a parody of like 90s sci-fi with the titular Space Force hunting down criminals across the galaxy or maybe universe, depending on how soft the science fiction is. I assume it'll have like one B-tier comedian like as a lead.
So you think it's gonna be a comedy?
Yes, I think it's gonna be a spoof and goof.
Okay. I think this is gonna be some kind of political satire where probably even set in the Trump administration.
All right. Yes, that's probably right. Can I put out a second guess just for posterity's sake? No points.
No.
Oh. Well,
Certainly not in the middle of Keo's guess.
Oh, I thought he was done.
I was almost done. Where they showed the trials and tribulations of managing Trump's Space Force, which is...
Oh! That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Which is probably a big disaster.
Let's see who figured it out. A decorated pilot with dreams of running the Air Force is thrown for a loop when he finds himself tapped to lead the newly formed 6th branch of the U.S. Armed Forces, Space Force. Skeptical but dedicated, he uproots his family to a remote base in Colorado where he and a colorful team of scientists and spacemen are tasked by the White House with getting American boots on the moon again. Stair was sort of right. Steve Carell is in this, but also so is John Malkovich, Lisa Kudrow, and a couple other people.
Wait, his actor guess actually paid off slightly this time?
Yes.
Yeah, although I think there'd be some people... Yeah, I was going to say, there's some people who'd be mad at hearing Steve Carell listed as B tier.
I don't know. Oh, you're the
That
judge.
said, Keo is closer to the actual concept.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's a satire or not. It just sounds like a...
Oh, I've seen the trailer for this. It's a satire.
Okay.
It's a spoof and goof.
Yeah.
What did you think it was like? Maybe a documentary?
like a predictive documentary.
Yeah.
I don't. It's hard to tell based on the very dry synopsis given though.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. If you didn't look at the cast list and know that like some of them are like funny people, you would be like, oh, is this like a serious thing?
Yeah.
All right, this next one is called. This next one's from Hulu, and it's called The Great.
How's that spelled?
Great.
So it's not Grate.
Yeah, that would have been a lot easier.
That's right.
If it's been spelled that way.
As much as I would love to hear your predictions on The Great, Grate, this is not that.
Okay, so this is about a narcissist who wants to outdo Alexander the Great, so he plunges the world into the greatest military conflict ever seen.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm going to do an unprecedented thing here, Swanson.
Yeah.
Oh?
I'm just going to give this to Stairmaster with like a particularly bad guess.
Okay, thanks.
Because that was an amazing premise for a TV program.
Yeah.
This is about this guy who's really good and everyone likes him. And yeah.
With Secret HQ, I was going to say that anyways.
Shut up.
All right. Well, you guys ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
The Great is a satirical comedic drama about the rise of Catherine the Great from outsider to the longest reigning female ruler in Russia's history.
Oh.
An idealistic, romantic young girl who arrives in Russia for an arranged marriage to the Mercutial Emperor Peter finds herself in a very modern story about the past, which encompasses the many roles she played over her lifetime.
Well, I did guess a historical figure, but Kia did guess a person who was really great at things and everyone liked.
Uh-oh.
But,
Was that Catherine the Great? You're the Russian
think
history boy here.
she was only mildly accused of having sex with her horse. So I guess she was fairly popular.
How do you mildly accuse someone of that? Like, are we talking about Mike?
It was just Secretariat.
Are we talking like Mike Pence tier accusations or worse?
I think Mike Pence. Yeah, they were like.
I don't think Mike Pence acts on his feelings about him. I think he just stares from afar and thinks.
That's what I'm saying about them being Mike Pence tier. Did she just like horses, or was there actually some real?
No, people were saying she was. They were insulting her by saying she was fucking her horses, but I think that's just like Mike Pence stuff.
Okay.
Like they were just. I think.
Does Catherine the Great end up getting beheaded or what?
No. She died of illness, I think.
So
okay. So it's not till later that everyone starts killing people in the royal family.
No, Catherine the Great was like one of those good Russian rulers who modernized things.
All right,
like
so
Peter the Great.
So here's what happened here. I made just the most half-assed guess I could, and it's
technically one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am going to give the point to Stairmaster.
Yeah, let's just forget about the rules.
You earned it, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Did I really deserve to win that? And also end the game because it wouldn't be tied anymore?
Listen, the amount of times that's happened in this game, even when Stairmaster is poised to win, he loses.
Yes.
Anyway, it's time for the tiebreaker. This one comes from HBO Max, which will be debuting
prestige.
later this month.
Fancy,
it is titled
expensive.
Love Life.
Oh god, that's so generic.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go first this time since I think Stair's done it every single other. So Love Life is about this woman. Yeah, I'm gonna go with woman protagonist here, and she's just not having a lot of luck. Like the amount of craziness in her love life is actually insane. Like #crazy, like wacky crazy love life here. Like, we're talking stuff that you wouldn't believe. Just wacky.
Like sex.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Oh, okay. So this is about a guy who works at a mortuary or a crematorium, but he's also looking for love.
Man.
And so each week he's dating a different woman.
Okay.
You guys are not prepared for this, I don't think.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna lose your mind when you read this.
Okay.
Because I'll just let you guys decide after you hear it. Love Life is about the journey from first love to last love, and how the people we're with along the way make us into who we are when we finally end up with someone forever.
Alright, so my prediction had a crematorium in it, which is where you go when you die.
Yeah,
Okay.
So you guys have no thoughts about how generic that is? What is that? That says nothing about the show.
That didn't even suggest who might be appearing in it at all.
I assume they're like just gonna interview like old people and ask them how they fuck.
Is
And then they're gonna interview like some kids.
Is this a documentary?
No, there's at least 2 people on this list of starring in that I know of. So
Like Steve Carell.
Anna Kendrick and Scoot McNairy are in this.
All right, so here's my argument for why I win and Stare loses.
Uh-huh.
I'm describing a journey that a single person goes on.
But I'm describing one too.
No, you're describing a very specific premise. I was just describing a love life. That's just crazy.
He's dating a different woman each week. How's that not a love life? I mean, it does mention dating, falling in love with different people in the description.
Well, you didn't describe him falling in love at all. You described him just sleeping around, basically.
Well, I mean, love was on the table. I never said it wasn't.
Due to the unprecedentedness of this completely detail-less description of the show, I'm going to have to flip a coin.
Oh no! It's time for some Pete Buttigieg.
That's right, and we'll find out in a second who the true rat is.
Wait! I don't, Swanson. I don't trust you. We're gonna have the coin. I mean, the crab do the coin.
Okay.
TV Tuner's crab.
Now, one of you has to call heads or tails.
Heads.
I guess I'm tails.
Oh, you want heads? Okay, I'll be tails.
Okay, I'm heads.
Okay.
All right. The crab took the coin.
Okay.
He's not flipping it. Oh, there he goes. It's tails.
Yes! Wasted by your own turn.
I wasn't even
Stairmaster,
adamant about it having heads.
Stairmaster won on a technicality, the best kind of win.
I guess I am the rat.
All right, what's the prize?
Snake, and when you hear him talking about snakes, they talking about him. I think that's the second time in as many weeks that I've done that.
Yes.
All right, so what's the prize, Swanson? What's Stair gonna win?
Yeah, what am I gonna win?
Stair, you're getting a box of dead flowers. These were flowers that I was going to ship to my mother for Mother's Day, but didn't make it in time, so another year's.
Aw, I'm hard to think that you would compare me to your mother in your internal monologue. Thanks,
Well,
buddy.
I mean, you're... Okay, sure.
So how long is that going to take to get to me since, we are recording remotely due to the pandemic?
5 to 10 business weeks.
Oh, that's not going to be good for those flowers that are already dead.
Well, I said they were already dead.
Yeah.
They're
Well, they've become more dead now.
They're just gonna be like a pile of mold by the time they get to you.
Delicious.
Well, thanks anyways, buddy.
Yeah, enjoy your prize, bud. Alright, so that's it for Guess Who's Coming. Now let's move on to our main event this evening. We watched a show starring an actor that we admire? Tolerate?
Enjoy.
We have a sick fascination with him.
Yeah, we get our kicks off this guy. This is how you get your rocks off? By looking at Dylan McDermott?
Yeah,
And
so
I thought
far
he was
we've...
the lead for a bit until I realized he wasn't.
Yeah, and previously, I'm not going to spoil my opinion on this show right now, but previously we have not seen this actor appear on anything good, but we have somehow enjoyed him.
Yeah, he's sort of like...
He's like the Mortal Kombat Annihilation of actors.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a perfect explanation of him. And looking at his TV record, he's not really on anything good.
Yeah, he definitely has like a kind of charisma to him.
Yeah,
But it's not like a
Like
good
Dio.
charisma. Yeah, so it's not like a good charisma. It's like a mesmerizing, upsetting charisma.
Yeah. The closest thing he's been on to things that are good is the first season of American Horror Story. In which the very first episode, aka the only episode I watched, he watches his wife outside and cries and then jacks off.
Yeah, quarantine mood. Hashtag relatable.
And that wasn't even the part of the episode where I said, I've seen enough.
What was that part, Swanson?
Oh, that comes later when his wife gets potentially impregnated by some random creature in an entire latex gimp suit.
Hashtag relatable.
That was the point where I said, I've seen enough.
Well, if
this is the first episode, I'm good.
If I saw that, my reaction wouldn't have been to quit, but I would just say, you hate to see it.
Yeah, I would have just had sex with the gimp suit guy.
Fun fact about American Horror Story, of course, it is created by the same creator of this show, Ryan Murphy.
What?
Anyone who fucks my wife shall become my wife. That is the law of Stereopolis.
It's true. Ryan Murphy, known from other shows like Glee, American Crime Story, Nip Tuck, and that's pretty much it.
Shield.
Not different Murphy, yeah.
No, but you would think it was because he does point a gun at a guy and make him suck dick.
Does he have American Blank Story copyrighted now?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think so.
For his sake.
Yeah. Anyway, this show is about Hollywood and stuff. And
it's about homo wood.
It's about horny wood, more like it.
Because these are hard men getting hard for hard butts. And
this show's unbelievably horny.
Yeah, I think the premise for this show is that sex is inherently interesting and entertaining. That's what they were going for.
But also immoral.
Oh yeah, also immoral and did I say interesting? Because I think that's what they're banking on, is that we're interested in this sex, right?
They said the idea of this show is, what if sex was gross and interesting?
God damn it, Don, you've done it again.
I don't think we've ever watched a show quite at this level of horn.
I mean, we have
the horn-o-meter is off the charts. What was that?
We didn't watch Game of Thrones, but that one famously did not have very many sex scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we've ever watched a show that's like this relentless. The majority of the plot developments in this episode involve or are based around sex.
Bodyguard wasn't relentless, but it was pretty intense about how horny that guy was for the lady he sort of wanted to murder.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
I guess
Mom,
so.
I'm all backed up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, despite having very little knowledge about pornography, that this show has pornography tier plot and cinematography. So I wonder why they didn't just make a porno. I'm really confused.
Well, no, the thing about pornography is they usually get to the fucking far quicker than this.
It's true. Also, like Netflix probably wouldn't have given them, like, I'm just guessing here, like $1 million for that.
No, you don't think so? I mean, they can film whatever they want.
I don't think that's their market yet.
Like, pornography is usually like a guy will be like, hey, I got a delivery, it's dick. And then they fuck. But this show is like, it's like Steve Buscemi asking, do you think God stays in heaven because he's afraid of what he's created? And, like, dialogue like that. People talking about their feelings and shit before they actually get to fucking.
There's so much of this episode is either before or after a hookup has happened, people explaining their feelings. Just verbatim to the camera.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's not really much to really latch onto except for, I guess I could relate to this guy who's about to have sex.
Guess it's like the Star Wars prequels, but like 20% better written, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Because I'll say this show definitely tried to give us a relatable protagonist, but they still managed to thoroughly make me fail to make me care about this man.
The main thing here is that like this intro that we get, this little like this, our main character Jack or whatever his name is watching this like newsreel that's pretty much just like, hey, guess what? It's the 50s, and this is what could be your life.
Yeah, it doesn't even look that great.
No.
You can tell that it's not stock footage or anything. They just filmed the extras and put a filter on it, an Instagram filter.
And before we get into the overarching plot, another issue I have with this, in addition to the other stuff we're talking about, is that the tone is just all over the place.
There's no real tone of this show at all.
I would say the consistent tone of the show is like horny but disgusted. Like horny,
is that a tone though? Like, I can't tell if this is a comedic show with like dramatic moments or a drama show with comedic moments.
Well, I'll say one thing, that the show didn't make me laugh at all.
The show did make me laugh for one moment, and I can't tell if it was intentional or not. We'll get to it. But it does involve Dylan McDermott.
You can't help but laugh when Dylan McDermott's just doing his thing.
There's also actually, that's not true. I laughed at 2 Dylan McDermott lines, and I think one of them might have been intentional.
Well, the thing is, Dylan McDermott's actually playing a character here, as opposed to Hotchishes and Stalkers,
where he's just like dreamy actor man.
Yeah. But since we already have a dreamy actor man in the form of our lead, he has to, pick up the slack.
Yeah. Yeah, he's here with his, like, Walt Disney mustache and gray hair. It's old man McDermott.
Here to run the Daily Bugle and talk about how Spider-Man's too Semitic.
Yeah. So we open up on the Hollywood, like the Hollywood studio. There is at least 200 people here, I guess, just waiting for the chance to be an extra in a movie.
Yeah, I guess that's how it worked back then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I guess. Back in the days when you could, I guess, just live in California and not have to worry about rent.
Oh, yeah, this was the boomer paradise. You could just ask for a job and get it. Just wander into the White House and they'd make you Secretary of State. If you're dressed nice.
Yeah.
And then you could organize genocides in Southeast Asia. And you'd make $500 a week.
That's the life right there, man. Everything you just said sounds great.
And then you can get like a nice little house in Florida and just live there the rest of your life feeling not guilty at all about all those war crimes.
Fun fact, that movie, The Act of Killing, it's about Keo.
That's right.
Well, I haven't seen this movie yet. That should be a good watch.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one for you.
Yeah, that's our next episode of TV Tuners.
Well, it puts me in a good light, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Now, do you mind dancing for this sort of symbolic reenactment of a murder for me, Kieran?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Jack has his like buddy who is like a non-important character at all. He's just like a little dude who's just like, hey, he's a little guy.
He's fine.
He's a little man. He's kind of balding, and he's
got like Paul Giamatti energy.
He's like, I like movies too.
He's like, hey, wouldn't it be great if we were movie stars?
You know what? I like him. He's probably not having sex with anyone, so that makes him infinitely better than everyone else on the show.
But because of that, that means he gets no focus on the show.
Oh.
I'm gonna guess that episode 4 he has one sex scene and then like dies or something. That's
he like right afterwards he's just like
yeah, like that's my prediction for the show.
Yeah, I could see that. So Jack is trying to get his way into the acting life, but no one wants him.
Well, yes.
It's hard to believe that no one would want a generic, handsome white guy in the 1950s. They would not want him. But hey, I guess why not?
Yeah, they took Paul Giamatti / Danny DeVito instead of him.
Yeah,
Well,
which
it would be
makes no sense
be-
to me, but sure.
Well, as an extra, I guess it would be kind of jarring to see him just walking around in the background. Maybe.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Who's that man? Make him an actor."
He must be
Now.
important.
The camera would just instinctively zoom in on him.
So, I think it was Stare who said that he's supposed to be like a relatable lead, or was that you, Keo?
That was me.
Theo.
Keo, I kind of want to push against that because I don't find anything about this guy relatable. He seems
I said they
completely.
tried.
Oh yeah, okay, I guess that's fair. He
Because,
seems completely inept at the idea of even trying to be an actor.
Yeah, well, we see him trying and down on his luck? Question mark.
But we find out he has no acting experience
Also,
and
he
no
has no
acting like classes or anything.
Also, he has no job. Very important plot
Yeah.
point. And
yeah,
his wife is
this
pregnant.
guy also has zero income and thinks he can afford to buy a house.
Yeah, he got his wife pregnant, and this is just kind of a detail that basically just pushes the plot towards, I need more money. I need to make money.
This is just Breaking Bad, but with gay sex.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Even this even matches the tone of the first season of Breaking Bad a little bit, but all the comedy falls flat.
Yeah, and instead of him going to become like a meth guy, he becomes a prostitute, which
A sex guy. Hey, for
Ooh.
2020, I think I'm going to become a sex guy.
That's gonna work for my new show, Breaking Chad.
Breaking back walls.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I mean, we could go with yours. I think yours is better because it rhymes.
Breaking Dad. How about that one? Breaking
Breaking
Daddy.
No, Breaking Dads, plural.
Oh yeah, there you go. We found it.
I don't want to say anything because I don't know. I don't want to say anything definitive about this show because we only watched episode 1. But this is yet another show where the wife is just kind of there.
The wife is just there, and also it seems angry.
Yeah,
I mean, I would be angry too if I was pregnant and my husband didn't do anything.
I guess it's fair.
Well, I had to work this Sarah Connor-ass waitress job and pretend I wasn't dying
but
on the
even
inside.
later, when the husband's like, "Listen, you don't need the work," she's just like, her only thing is to react like sort of surprised, and that's it.
I mean, she wasn't consulted about it. I would be a little upset if people were making major life decisions for me.
I'm just saying this character has nothing to her.
Yeah.
yeah. She does nothing, and I think we can probably expect a little more from our television now. Maybe. Or is there excuse that, this is a period piece, that's just how women were back then. They just kind of were there.
Well, this
It's
is what we
just
call the
ladies.
endorsement problem. Like how war movies inadvertently end up glorifying war, even if they're supposed to be anti-war.
Yeah.
Like showing this misogyny could be construed as an endorsement of it.
Right.
But
Also,
I think the show, I think the writers are just genuinely don't care about this woman's interior life.
No, not
Also,
at all.
Ryan Murphy has a history of being like very bad with writing, like specifically like housewives or pregnant women.
Like American Crime Story? Look what they did with the housewife in that first episode. They didn't deserve that.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's definitely no, at least at this point, no texture to this character at all. And
Yeah, there's no mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ryan Murphy has a certain distaste for these types of characters, I think. No, he's not bad with writing all women. It's just that he's bad with writing a certain subset that he specifically puts in at random points, just I guess because.
Yeah.
It's very easy
this
to
was
write
also
them, I guess.
Yeah, the pregnant wife who's like mad at her husband was also a thing in the first season of Glee.
Yeah, it's a famous ripoff of Breaking Bad.
That's right. Yeah,
I
because
think
instead
Glee
of Breaking
came first.
Bad, he decided to break into song.
He decided to break in it.
That's,
To
yeah,
Electric
that's right. To
Boogaloo.
the streets. Anyway, so
yeah, he goes to the bar after getting rejected. If we're still doing a plot recap and not just
I mean, sure, yeah. This guy buys him a drink, and it's Dylan McDermott.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dylan McDermott comes and hits on him.
Yes. But he doesn't. He seems obtuse to it. He didn't get it all, and so then we cut to the next day. He's at the bank, and it turns out he needed money to get a loan.
Yeah, and he was like, "Duh, me don't know how our money work." And they were like, "Okay, sir, go on now."
Oh, thank you for your service. Which is also another thing. This guy served in World War II, which really kind of, you think he would be a bit more worldly?
Yeah.
Yeah, has he killed? Has this man killed?
He was in Anzio, which was one of the bloodiest wars in the Mediterranean theater. So he definitely saw people die.
Interesting.
There seem to be no psychological ramifications from that at all shown so far.
Well, yeah, there's no...
Maybe he was just like...
grew from it.
Yeah, maybe he was just like really smart from it. But like from before. Like he was really smart.
Oh, maybe he was like a supply
back.
clerk and he just got good at math.
Yeah, and now he's just really like out of it and dumb.
I read a lot of books in Italy.
But yeah, so he keeps trying to like make it work, and all this time Dylan McDermott's watching, looking, staring. And you know, eventually, he like makes conversation with him and brings up the line that I think was supposed to be funny, and I did laugh at, where he mentions that he has a huge cock.
Oh yes, the army wouldn't take me because my cock was too big.
That's
okay. Yeah, I'll give it that. That was kind of funny.
You know,
line of the week.
But I think half of the funniness was that it was being uttered by Dylan McDermott.
Yeah,
Dylan McDermott and his big member, apparently.
And then white guy's like, "Why are you talking about your penis to me?"
Yeah.
Who asked?
And I thought
like,
they were just doing a cruising angle. I didn't realize they were going to bring in the prostitution in the first episode.
No, instead it's like a sub-Boogie Nights angle where he's just sort of like, "Well, let me see it." And then he's like, "Oh, impressive, kid." Instead, that doesn't actually happen. Instead, he tells him to go to his gas station / prostitution ring called the Golden Tip.
Good name. Good name.
I mean,
also, what was up with the uniforms back then? My man looks like he's the captain of a ship.
Oh, he's the captain of the SSS Get Fucked.
Okay, here's my theory. He got casted in this show because he just showed the poster for the the poster for the previous show where he was an airline pilot, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, he's got the look."
This is good, but we can't get sued for this. So grow a mustache and get your hair gray.
He aged for the part.
Yeah, that's right. Dylan McDermott, by the way, is almost 60.
Oh
what?
My god.
That's right. He's 58 years old. I think he's turning 59 this year.
Look, if you look him up on Wikipedia, he looks nigh identical to the lead in the show. That's why I thought he was playing the lead.
Yeah, he's been acting for years, apparently. He was in a old procedural show in the 90s called The Practice.
Wow.
Which is, I guess, where he got famous.
Dylan McDermott is like the TV tuners of acting.
He's also almost exclusively in TV shows, which is why I thought it was funny later when his character says, I was trying to be a movie actor too.
That's devastating, mate.
Put him in John Wick 4.
Yeah, he's the new TikTok man.
Yeah.
TikTok John Wick.
No, this is a different TikTok man who's obsessed with the social media app, and he records all of his killings on it.
And he's like dancing.
Yeah, he's a capybara champion. Expert. And he fights John Wick, like in the second act.
That's good. He also is in an episode of Will and Grace where he's a wheelchair-bound person. Like a person in a wheelchair who I guess is a love interest of Grace's.
Another show about fucking.
Does he take any hostages or investigate any stalkers?
No, I don't think so. He was also in a short-lived ABC show called Big Shots where he played another character named Duncan.
Oh, man. Double Duncan?
Double Duncan. For those who might not know, of course, Hostages, the now infamous show, for us anyway, that Dylan McDermott was in on CBS, he played a character named Duncan Carlisle. who would routinely just like go up to this family that he's taken hostage and been like, "You are going to kill the president, or else."
There were so many, at least 100 shots of just zooming in on his face as he stared dramatically.
That was
it's like dramatic music played. Yeah. Also, he was apparently in 3 episodes of the latest season of American Horror Story, as well as a different character from the original one he played.
Can we title this episode Dylan McDermott?
Yeah, we're just going to talk about Dylan McDermott, not even about this show. I mean, he's the reason we're watching this show, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's also, I'm going to say, the best part of this show. Right?
Yeah, because he's like a character, right? The other ones are just sort of blank slates.
Or bald guy who didn't get any screen time.
Every other character's defining trait is either being a slightly angry wife or an aspiring actor or actress.
Yeah.
And that's it. Or I guess one guy's a writer, but that's basically the exact same thing.
So we get this really long scene with Jack and this lady where Jack is just sort of explaining his life to this lady who maybe, I guess, is a recurring character, maybe not. I guess it's not important.
Oh, I love the way the dialogue comes out into play here, where it's just...
Yes.
just like, so, tell me about your feelings. Okay, I will tell you about my feelings.
Away.
As long as I could remember, I always wanted to be a movie star. Let's have
a heart-to-heart, and then never mind that. Let's have sex now.
Oh, yeah. But we get to see it. They really want us to see him strip.
Oh, yeah.
They like really, an important character development.
They really lingered on that for a
but you know
really
what they
long
can't
time.
Show?
Dick dong.
They can't show that
Pipe.
dick dong. They refuse. It's like, is this like a Netflix mandate?
Also,
doing everything else.
Also, he says why he wants to be a movie star here. And he's got like this inferiority complex, like the guy from Akira. Everyone thought he was dumb.
Yeah. And I mean, they were right. But
he doesn't really act. He doesn't really act like he has an inferiority complex, like this monologue would suggest.
No, he acts like nothing, like a nothing of a person.
Also, that fucking dick bulge.
Yeah, imagine if we.
Is that real?
I don't know.
We got to see Michael K. Williams' cock on The Wire. Why can't we see this?
HBO is a tier above Netflix.
It's true.
Apparently.
Hashtag show me that dick dong.
Anything else we need to say about this hotel scene?
No, it's unnecessary. I mean, I guess I don't know if it's unnecessary, but like it was boring.
Yeah, he gets back and he gets paid $100 for his troubles, which is $1,800.
Yeah. But there's another thing that needs taken care of, and by thing I mean man who's sitting in his trailer expecting sex.
There's a little punchline about the surprise.
And Jack's all like, gross, ew.
Yeah, I don't understand how the manager did not expect this to be an issue.
Yeah, he was kind of like, go out there and have sex with the person in there. He's expecting a woman, clearly, but it's not. And that's actually, like, fair enough. That would be pretty shocking, pretty upsetting to be expected to have gay sex out of nowhere.
Especially when you probably don't even know what gay sex is.
Yeah.
And so then I was confused by this part because he leaves, and then I guess what ends up actually happening is he's in search of someone to fill his place as gay boy.
Oh, well, no. First he finds out his wife is pregnant with twins, and that's when he's man, I need to get back in the game.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes more sense. I wasn't really tracking that because I was just so confused about the idea that he goes for here.
Yeah,
which is that
the scene of a doctor shitting all over him in between because our lead is a complete cuck who has no control over his life.
Yeah, and again, the wife is just a plot device here.
She's a literal prop in this scene.
Yeah. It's like
he's the one who reacts to having twins, not her.
Yeah. She's just like, twins?
So at first I was confused. I thought he was going in here because he's closeted. It's not the case at all. He's actually just looking for someone to take his spaces.
Somehow he borrows a costume from this place, which is like, if he's not got any acting roles, how does he have this connection?
Yeah, this person clearly
up like a Village People ass cop.
This person clearly knows him well. Did he need to costume up extensively for his extra gigs he got?
He didn't get any extra gigs, which makes it extra sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought he got
sad.
like a couple or something, or was he just kind of lying to the bank about him being an actual extra?
He was lying to the bank, I think. I don't think he's getting any roles.
Okay. Well, either way though, so he gets like.
So he goes to the sex theater from The Departed.
Do we mention that he's dressed as a cop because that's important?
Yes. He's very leathered up.
Not a real cop at all.
Yeah, like you could look and be like, "That's not a real cop."
He's like a sexy cop.
Yeah, this is the type of cop that shows up and then pulls out a boombox and prepares to like
dance. So anyway, he goes to the pornography theater from The Departed, I guess.
or the pornography theater from Taxi Driver.
And within minutes, he comes upon male prostitution.
Oh, this looks like a hookup spot. I'm not even sure money's involved quite for all.
No,
these
yeah, this is
people.
just for hookups.
Yeah, and this is where we get. Yeah, this show portrays male homosexuality with this lens of like otherness and grotesquity and horror.
Something that is very strange because Ryan Murphy is a homosexual man.
I thought the guy was seeking money in that scene.
Well, the guy is, but I'm not sure everyone in this theater was. So.
We see like people leave on their own volition.
Yeah, I think it's a hookup spot, but although they all seem to be very upset that there was a cop there and afraid they were going to get arrested too.
Well, yeah, being gay in the 1950s is pretty much a crime.
It's punishable by death.
Yeah, how did our guy
Even until
find
the
this
80s.
place like this?
What?
How did our guy find this, like, know about this theater right away and go there
Oh, he
immediately?
was secretly homosexual this whole time.
Probably.
I don't fucking know, actually. That is a good question.
How did he find this? He just heard on the street?
No, I think there's like a deleted 45-minute sub-arc where he's on like a Shenmue investigation arc. Do you know where sailors hang out?
Anyway, this next part is where it really goes off the rails. So
Yes.
he forces this guy at gunpoint to follow him to a joint to eat, and like they talk for a little bit, and he's like, "So tell me about yourself, the whole story, please." And he's like, "Okay, random person who's probably a cop, let me tell you my entire life story."
Yeah, well, listen, this is like fanfic tier where a character says, "Hold on a second, let me tell you my backstory."
You might be wondering why I'm here, and let me explain.
Also, we get a scene where the barkeep immediately recognizes him and asks, "Hey, what's with the get-up?" And he's just like, "Oh, this is my normal class uniform.
Yeah.
This is what I wear when I am on the job."
So
Which is
this
like,
character,
why does the scene not end right there?
yeah, this black character, Archie, mentions that he is a screenwriter working on a screenplay, but no one's really looking to hire, a black guy in the 1950s. The Jack is like, "All right, well, so you're looking for work then?" And he's like, "You're not a cop, are you?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "All right, well, I'm not even that angry that you threatened me at gunpoint."
Is that a real gun? Because I don't...
It's definitely a prop gun. But also, if someone just points a gun at me, I'm going to assume it's a real gun and not even think that it's a prop one.
But also, it's a 1950s, so he could just own a gun.
Well, yeah, it could be now, and he could still just own a gun.
Yeah.
It could have been a very different situation if it were now. He could have pulled out like an AR-15 and would have just been normal.
He pulls out the lever-action shotgun from T2.
Yeah.
Like,
"Come with me if you want to have gay sex."
Either way, basically, these guys have the same backstory, essentially, where they're both trying to make it in. Yeah, they're trying to make it in Hollywood, but things didn't work out, so now they have to be prostitutes, sex workers, whatever you want to call them.
Yes, so he brings them back to the gas station. Apparently, Dylan McDermott is fine with this. So, was Dylan McDermott just knew he was going to come back? Is that was he playing the long game?
That's what he said. He said they always come back.
But this doesn't actually solve his problem. I mean, he's got him a new prostitute, but why wouldn't he be expected to have gay sex still?
Well,
because that guy's doing it for him.
Yeah, he specifically brought him in to take his place for the gay jobs.
Why wouldn't he just be like, okay, now I can have twice as much gay customers?
Because
there's not that many gay people.
Well, they could just have sex twice as much. Now.
Are you saying
that how
gay
sex
people
works?
are more horny than regular people, Starmaster?
In the 1950s, yes.
I think everyone's equally horny during all time periods.
Yeah, I think before the advent of like home video, everyone just had a perpetual hard on.
Yeah,
like even the women had like rigid clitorises.
Ooh boy, the way butchering that one.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Apologize. Stairmaster apologizes to the female listeners.
I apologize to everyone with the feminine sex organs.
Your Stairmaster can, like, very accurately pronounce every part of the penis, but once it gets to the women...
The vast deference.
Go on.
That's the only one I remember from health class.
Oh.
I guess the urethra, but that doesn't count as... You can't show off by knowing what the urethra is.
Very erotic.
That's also not just for men, so...
Yeah.
No, only guys.
The vegetables?
The vegetables?
No, the vegetables.
The vestibules. That's what they call the testicles, right?
And the gonads.
That's right.
Ooh.
What is this?
Alright, so what happens in the rest of this episode? Oh, there's a whole montage of them sleeping.
Yeah, it's a sex montage.
Yeah,
which is
because
very interesting because this is really fascinating stuff, guys. Like,
also, no one
care.
at this gas station is getting gas.
No, like, what if does someone ever come in there confused? Just like, I would like gas, please. And they're like, you mean like Dreamland, right? And he's like, no, I want gas. Is that what you call gas?
Okay, and I'm gonna give the show credit, I guess, because throughout this episode, I'm like, there's no way this would actually operate like this because they would get caught immediately. And he gets caught at the end.
Yeah.
Although I still don't believe it ran that long, because apparently this business was operating for a while before this.
Well, it seems like their clientele is the rich people, so...
Yeah. Because before he gets caught, there's a whole scene where Archie meets a guy who is actually Rock Hudson, a famous actor who Ronald Reagan let die of AIDS and stopped being friends with him once he found out he was gay. And I don't know if that part will come up in this. Probably not. But he meets up with Rock Hudson and they have like a deal. And apparently he's going to be a recurring character.
My prediction is Ryan Murphy wanted to put it in, but he just forgot.
Yeah, probably. It's weird that he's using an actual character of all these fictional ones, especially one as, like, notorious for covering up their sexuality as Rock Hudson was, at least until the end of his life. Also,
it's weird that we have zero, we don't actually see any old-timey movies in this episode. Despite them,
we couldn't afford the rights to this. Netflix doesn't have any old-timey movies. They're on Criterion now.
Rip.
But yeah, they have like a heart-to-heart thing, and I guess that's setting up for whatever happens later. And then Jack literally sleeps his way into a role.
Yeah.
Crazy how things work out.
Fairly attractive too.
Yeah.
I don't know why they had to give him that as well.
So he gets a role as an extra somewhere, and they're like, "Hey, he's got like a line and stuff. He's moving on up."
Yeah, and Danny DeVito's just happy for his friend's success. It's so pure.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm so happy for you.
I love this town.
I'm gonna go home and jerk off."
So
wait, did they discover jerking off back then?
What?
What was that?
Had they discovered jerking off at that point? Is the question I'm asking.
No, that's why the world wars happened.
Okay.
Oh yeah, not enough. Yeah, had Hitler learned of it, nothing would have happened.
Now, you think you can freeze your balls off in Siberia? If you have huge anime titties to look at home, no.
Hell
That's
no.
true. If only... Did Japan even know about that at that point?
No, all they had was Tijuana Bibles, and those were, like, very rare and persecuted.
How dreadful.
So yeah, Jack gets arrested at the end, and that's the one way to end this, I guess.
At least it's a decent cliffhanger. Like, I gotta
Yeah,
go.
it could also just be the end of it all. Just end the show.
Oh! No. It goes like The Irishman or Goodfellas. It just delves into his fall from grace afterwards.
Yeah, except he didn't really have much grace established.
True.
He was a veteran. He's a generic, handsome white guy in middle America. I guess.
He'll always make it. Well, I mean, he's in West Coast now.
And he still managed to not really have any respect going for him.
Yep.
Yeah. So that pretty much ends the episode. So any final thoughts on Hollywood?
Oh boy.
Yeah, this show's like gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's strangely pornographic.
It's like, and it's not, doesn't revel in it. It kind of like, it's misanthropic. Can you say that word for me, Swanson?
Misanthropic?
Misanthropic.
Yeah, it's like sex is both something really interesting and engrossing that you're going to be inherently interested in, but also it's kind of immoral and
like the only
scandalous.
Positive depiction of sex we get is him cheating on his wife in a flashback to the war. Where he's
Oh yeah, an unnecessary flashback, by the way.
Yeah.
There's no reason that couldn't have just been a thing of dialogue.
No, it's funny. Smash cut to sex is always funny, Swanson.
Did you laugh at that?
No, but I was like, damn, look at her boobs.
Oh,
It's like, wow, this show has
They're
breasts.
jiggling around.
I mentioned earlier that there are two moments where Dylan McDermott made me laugh. The second one was unintentional, which is when they're having their like screaming match about him not wanting to have sex with a guy or whatever, and Dylan McDermott's like screaming back like, "This is what you gotta do, kid."
Do you think he, after the kid left,
He went to go have sex with the man.
Yeah, well, yeah. He paid.
He was like, "Now I gotta do his dirty work." Yeah, I think so.
He's really angry because he didn't want to. himself.
Yeah, he clearly didn't want to.
I already had sex thrice today. It's hurting at this point.
So,
Dang it.
okay, here's what I'm a little confused about, though. So he's really angry at our guy here for not having gay sex, but I guess everyone else there also refuses. Because there were plenty of guys just standing around.
Oh no, they were all busy doing gas station stuff.
Yeah, they're the actual workers at the gas station.
I think like the new guy is put on gay sex duty unless they have like a specialist who isn't occupied. I would assume if I was running an underground prostitution ring for the ultra wealthy.
And when you say underground, you mean highly above ground and very publicly visible.
When you think about it, this dude is like the proto Epstein.
I mean, typically like the sex works for the rich. Nobody snitches on that because, they're all protected by society.
Well,
I assume that they only found out about this because someone else got caught for an unrelated crime.
Well, either way, they're not arresting the rich people; they're arresting the guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying though, you're calling it underground, but it's like anyone can observe this nearby.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being a normal person going to this gas station and you just see every time someone pulls up, the attendant gets in the car with them and they leave together.
Wow, that would be great service.
Oh, what's going on here?
Maybe they just think it's a very complicated carpooling scheme.
Yeah. Tequila, do you have any final thoughts?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say tune out. That's about it.
Yeah,
I think I've said plenty.
Yeah, this is I don't know, man. This show is all over the place.
Number 2 trending on Netflix.com.
Yeah. I've come to expect a sort of random I've come to expect sort of like a tonal dissonance in most of Ryan Murphy's work. American Crime Story was sort of like an exception to the rule, but even the second season had some like weird tonal shifts to it. And this is like just unadulterated Ryan Murphy not giving a shit about like tone or pacing or like story structure or dialogue. It's like all of his worst impulses and none of the stuff that like makes him interesting or fun sometimes.
Also, on top of that, there's nothing visually interesting going on at all.
Yeah. And usually the saving grace of a Ryan Murphy joint is the actors. And really only Dylan McDermott has anything to sink his teeth into in this one.
Yeah, you know what? This show makes being forced to suck dick at gunpoint boring. Also, you know what the difference... You know what? I was thinking about this the other week. This show shows our lead actor being forced into sex against his will. You know, it's like... There's like this theme, you know, you could compare this... You could read this as a critique of the Me Too stuff that happens in modern Hollywood. But you know what? You know what show did this better? The Boys. Because they didn't show us... They didn't show us watching the Deep have sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a tune out.
It's really hard to call this like really commentary on that when the sex scenes and the stripping and all that is just so in your face and just kind of I won't say glamorized, but at the same time it's just given so much attention and so much sexual energy that it's very difficult to give that kind of commentary on this.
This is a tune out. Go watch The Boys instead.
The Boys.
That's a tune out for Hollywood. And that'll do it for this week's episode of TV Tuners. We'll be back next week with more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. Bye. It's over.
Mission completed.
Hey folks, it's time for the TV Tuners Fact of the Week. Did you know that from 2010 to 2011, Stairmaster wore snorkeling gear at all times just in case?